Welcome to Iraqi Dinar Update, your go-to source for the latest news, expert insights, and real-time developments on Iraq's currency, economy, and financial reforms. Whether you're a long-time investor or just curious about the dinar, you're in the right place. There is a narrative circulating among some groups and individuals regarding the process of exchanging foreign currencies like the Iraqi dinar and the Vietnamese dong, which has gained significant attention and controversy in recent years. The original statement reflects a belief that there are specialized locations, often referred to as redemption centers, where holders of certain foreign currencies can go to receive higher exchange rates than what would be offered by regular commercial banks. According to this belief, some people in the community are mistakenly advising others to go to traditional banks for currency exchanges, under the impression that all exchange locations offer the same services and rates. However, those promoting the concept of redemption centers argue that this is a fundamental misunderstanding of the situation. They suggest that the traditional banking institutions are not equipped, or not authorized, to offer the preferential rates that are allegedly available at these specialized centers. The assertion here is that some individuals simply don't know what we know, which implies that there is a form of insider information or privileged access to details that are not publicly available. This sets the tone for an us versus them mentality, a hallmark of many speculative or insider-driven discussions. The speaker claims to be part of a group that has direct insight into financial data that is not commonly accessible to the general public. This includes access to the internal exchange rate screens used by banks and, more importantly, those used by redemption centers. They maintain that these screens show significantly different values for currencies like the dong and the dinar, especially when compared between standard banking platforms and these supposed redemption facilities. This idea plays into a broader narrative that has existed for years within certain dinar and dong investment communities, particularly among those who believe that a major revaluation, RV, or global currency reset, GCR, is imminent. In this context, the revaluation would dramatically increase the value of the Iraqi dinar and Vietnamese dong relative to the US dollar and other major currencies. Investors who hold large amounts of these currencies believe they will one day be able to exchange them at extremely favorable rates that far exceed their current market value. According to proponents of this theory, redemption centers have been quietly prepared to facilitate this process. These centers, often described as private, secure locations separate from mainstream banking institutions, would be staffed by trained individuals who are prepared to process the currency exchanges for qualified holders and offer them these lucrative rates. However, this absence of official recognition has done little to quell belief in the alternative redemption center narrative. In fact, for many, the lack of public confirmation only reinforces the belief that something is happening behind closed doors, something so significant that it cannot yet be disclosed. The argument is that the financial system is on the cusp of transformation, and those in positions of power are managing the rollout carefully to avoid panic, manipulation, or destabilization of markets. Within this worldview, redemption centers serve as a controlled, measured method to reintroduce value into suppressed currencies while limiting chaos in global currency markets. The reference to the difference in dong rates specifically is worth noting. Among speculative currency investors, those who promote this view often claim to be receiving constant updates from their sources, people who supposedly work within banking institutions, the military, intelligence communities, or elite financial circles. These sources allegedly provide real-time data from the screens in question, showing rate fluctuations or fixed values that have not yet been made public. Reports of sudden rate appearances, temporary testing of values, or discrepancies between buy-sell offers are shared as proof that something significant is in motion. According to this belief system, banks are part of the formal infrastructure, but not necessarily part of the first phase of implementation for the RV or GCR. Redemption centers, by contrast, are described as purpose-built mechanisms designed to help manage the initial wave of exchanges before values are made public and normalized through regular market channels. The phrase, "we get the rates on the bank screens and on the redemption center screens," implies a dual-track system of information, with the speaker positioning themselves as a bridge between the two worlds. It creates a sense of credibility and exclusivity, which is essential to sustaining belief in the overall theory. The big contrast between these rates is central to the motivation behind much of the planning and behavior in these circles. People believe that they need to wait, not only to receive maximum value, but to avoid making a costly mistake by cashing out too early or in the wrong location. The idea that someone might unknowingly go to a bank and accept a rate that is dramatically lower than what they could receive at a redemption center is viewed as a tragic, avoidable error. Of course, there are psychological and sociological elements at play here as well. The idea of being part of a select group that is prepared for a major financial event creates a sense of purpose and identity. It allows individuals to feel empowered in a system that often feels opaque and unyielding. Many in these communities have waited for years, sometimes decades, with faith that their investment in the dinar or dong will eventually yield life-changing returns. The redemption center narrative offers a framework through which that belief can be nurtured and sustained, even in the absence of official confirmation or concrete timelines. It gives people something to look forward to, a sense of control over their financial future, and a reason to stay connected with like-minded individuals who share their outlook. In conclusion, the original statement about banks versus redemption centers captures a key tension within speculative currency circles: the question of where and how the true value of these currencies will be realized. Those who advocate for redemption centers believe they hold secret knowledge about how the system really works, and that this knowledge sets them apart from those who rely on conventional banking advice. The claim that there are significant disparities in the rates available on different exchange platforms reinforces the urgency and importance of following the right process. Whether or not these beliefs prove true, they reflect a powerful mixture of hope, mistrust in traditional systems, and a desire to be on the inside of something transformative. The story of redemption centers is, at its heart, a story about the search for meaning and reward in a complex global financial world that few truly understand. Thanks for tuning into Iraqi Dinar Update. If you found this content helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a beat on Iraq's evolving financial landscape. Stay informed and stay ready.